I just got back from a walk and I was just like trying to be alone with my thoughts, just really focus on what was on my mind. And I think one of the things that I was listening to a podcast and it was talking about like embracing the things that you are, you may feel ashamed of, or you may feel like make you inadequate. And I really was sitting with that. And one of the things that I know makes me feel really inadequate is the fact that I deal with depression, right? And I really deal with it. It's something that is a part of my life at this point. And I'm like, who am I to want to help people, have a better mindset and think better if I deal with depression? Like, who am I? And it was like this shame around it. And I'm like, who am I not? So many people deal with depression, so many people. And if that's the case, it's not something wrong with the person. It's something wrong with the environment. Like, depression is steadily going up. And yesterday, I was in a real bad way. Like, I took my daughter back to her grandparents' house because she's not staying with me right now while I'm looking for a job and working on my business, but mostly because I'm looking for a job, and that takes a lot of energy, and building my business, my coaching business, building my YouTube, like all that stuff takes a lot of time. And she's homeschooled, so it's like I can't do it all. Like, I just can't. Like, I just need some time. So like every week, like when I take her back, I get her for a couple days and I take her back, I always feel depressed. Like, I feel so bad when I gotta take her back, right? Because I'm like, my heart just breaks literally every time. I keep thinking, okay, maybe I'll get stronger, I'll get more used to it, but every time my heart breaks. And yesterday, I was feeling real bad. Like, I just honestly wanted to unalive myself. Like, I was really in that dark space. And it was lonely, because like I don't really have like the family support. Like my parents, like they support me with my daughter, which is super helpful. But when it comes to me individually as a person, my emotional well-being, checking in with me, really making sure I'm good, being concerned, like it's not there. And it's always hard when I drop my daughter off because I got to see my mother. And my mother sometimes just feels so cold. Like, it's like they know I deal with depression. They know I'm going through a really rough time, but they don't even like really check on me. You know what I mean? They may say, I hope you're doing good, but like that's about it. They don't check in with me. And sometimes it's just really hurtful, and so that adds to the depression. And so yesterday I was just in a really bad way, and my friend ended up coming over and talking to me and hanging out with me, and I like feel a little better, and just like think about it. If you deal with depression, like there is nothing wrong with you. So many people deal with it. It is something wrong with the environment. It is something going on. I think one of the reasons is because like we're so isolated. Even just having my friend come over and be with me and sit with me and talk to me and just be in my presence and was able to accept my emotions, like that helped me. Like that helped me. And a lot of times people don't know like sometimes what to do with depression. Like they don't know what to do with someone who may be feeling, those suicidal feelings. And I've always had suicidal feelings ever since I was a teenager. I've always dealt with that. Like it's been a part of my life. And, it's like something about it that just feels comforting in a way. It's like, I know like this will help me. Like this, it's like, it'll help me escape my pain, because sometimes like we don't want to like be in pain, like we're trying to find a way out, but like I know I don't want to die. I know I want to be here for my daughter. I want to be present. I want to see her grow older and have her family. I want to be around. I have things I need to do. I got goals I gotta fulfill. I got a purpose I gotta live out, but I guess like it's just, I say this to say is that like nothing is wrong with you if you deal with depression. Like it doesn't make you inadequate. It doesn't make you less than, it's just another thing that's like, okay, this is just something that I deal with, and it's like, how can I manage it? And one of the things that I am looking to do is to take a break from, like applying to jobs, because I've applied to probably over 200 plus jobs and I have been rejected from every last one of them. Okay. And it's not like I don't have the experience. It's not like I don't have, the education, but for some reason, like God is just like, no, not right now. Like, I don't know. So it's been really difficult, like, to deal with the depression, to deal with not having my daughter with me, like, full time, to deal with, not being able to find a job, to deal with, being rejected over 200 plus times. On top of that, it's been like a really rough, over 12 months for me. It's just been a lot. So it's like just being patient with myself and giving myself that grace. Like, I am dealing with a lot. So I'm taking a break from applying to jobs because I just can't deal with the rejection right now. Like, it's literally eating me up. So that's one thing I'm doing, for my self-care. You got to think about, like, what is it that you can do that if something is triggering you, like, what can you cut out? You know what I mean? Like, what can you cut out when you are going through a depressive episode? And then what can you put in? So, like, I went for a walk. Today I did not feel like going for a walk. Like, I did not. But it's fairly nice out today. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to go. I did like an hour walk, so I feel good about that. And I got my drink here. So I put lemon balm. I took some St. John's wort, and I find that could be, like, kind of helpful. Like, my friend reminded me to take the St. John's wort because I forgot. So I took that, and that kind of helped, like, calm me down a little bit. So I'm going to take that daily. And then I have some lemon balm in my water. I put lemon balm in here. So it's water, lemon balm, and like some coconut water. And lemon balm is really good for just like calming your nervous system. It helps with anxiety and things like that. So I'm just like, hey, I got to use my tools, whatever. But it doesn't make me inadequate just because I deal with depression. Like, sometimes, like, that connects you to other people. So many people deal with it. Like, it's like one of the number one reasons for like disability in America is depression. You know what I mean? So I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? And sometimes I feel like I gotta show up here and I gotta be perfect. I gotta, like, be peppy and excited and, like, just super positive and whatever. But it's like, that's not always life. Like, that's not always life. Like, and I want to be able to show up in the full spectrum of who I am, and whoever is for me, and whoever's not is not. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is, like, there's nothing wrong. And sometimes you gotta think about, like, all the things, like, you deal with, in life. Sometimes it's like, it's a lot, it gets hard, but I think, like, having someone you could talk to is so helpful. Having someone you can talk to, having someone who isn't judging you, having someone who doesn't make you feel like, feel shame because of what you're experiencing. And that's what I got yesterday. Like, my sister or my friend, whatever, like, she literally just held space for me, like, she just held space. And eventually I was like, I came out of it, like, I'm not fully out of it, but I came out of, like, that, I just don't want to be here. I just don't want to be here. I just don't want to be here, like, just being accepted. So if you have someone in your life who's, like, dealing with depression, like, don't shame them. Like, just see, like, how you can just show up for them. Sometimes it's like, you don't have to do anything. Maybe just being in their presence, just sitting with them, just listening to them, offering them a cup of tea, like, offering them some soup or their favorite meal, or just watching a show with them. Like, I think sometimes, people, like, want to turn a blind eye, because I know, like, even when I was young, I always dealt with depression, like, on and off. I know my dad would get frustrated. Sometimes he would just ignore it, and when I asked him about it, I was like, why do you, like, get upset or whatever? He's like, because it's like, oh, you'll be doing good and then it happens again. And it's like I'm trying to make it happen. Like, I don't want to feel depressed. Like, it's not something that I'm excited about. You know what I mean? So sometimes people, like, may try to ignore it, or they get upset at you. Like, my ex-boyfriend, he would yell at me sometimes when I would feel depressed. Like, literally, he would yell at me. He yelled at me when I felt suicidal. He yelled at me. The first time I went through an episode with him, he told me to go unalive myself. Literally. He's like, well, if you feel that way, go do it. I'm like, what in the world? Like, I mean, it's crazy. I'm gonna do another video on, like, things to do to support a person who's going through depression, because I think a lot of times people just don't know. They don't know, or it scares them, or it makes them uncomfortable, or people just haven't accepted the fact that maybe if they deal with those kind of feelings, and they haven't accepted their feelings, so they can't accept somebody else's. You know what I mean? Because sorry, it's like all these planes and jets going on. But, like, if you can't accept yourself, you can't accept what you're going through, you can't hold space and accept what somebody else is going through. If you try to push your feelings down, push down what you're experiencing, you're going to try to push down what someone else is experiencing, right? So I get it, you know what I mean? But I'm going to just do a video on, like, how you can show up for people. But yeah, I just wanted to check in. Like, this is like, I told myself, like, for the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to post anything that is like that I gotta go sit and like take notes on and do like a whole presentation. I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to hop on and just share what's on my mind, and hopefully like somebody can get something from it. You know what I mean? Like, it helps me heal. You know, it helps me heal, and I hope that me talking about these things can help you, can help whoever is going through something similar or going through depression, can help you heal, or be like the portal through which you can start your healing process. Sometimes it's just like, hey, you're not alone. You're not the only one. Like, you are not alone, you know? Like, you're not alone. You may feel alone. You may feel like it's just you. It's not. It's not, boo-boo. It's not. But I'm about to head on home. I got my little walk in, so I'm about to go home, and I don't even know. I'm just gonna like relax, like try to relax. Like, I'm gonna give myself like 2 weeks to just not apply to no jobs, and to not do any work, and to just, you know, just to pour into myself, because it's a lot. My body is going through it. Like, my hair came out, like a whole lot of my hair came out, like just from like the last past couple of weeks. My hair was like up to here, and now it's like down here. Literally, it just is coming out in the groves. And like, my skin is itchy because high stress. Like, stress will do crazy things to your body. But I know what's going on, and I'm like, I'm being mindful and I'm tending to it. You know, I'm listening to my body. So yeah, like, just love yourself, embrace yourself, hug yourself. You're going through, you know, having a tough time, and reach out to your people, reach out to your community, you know, and write in the comments. Like, I want us to have a community here. You know, I don't want this to be like I just post videos and y'all just look at me. I want us to have conversations, like, and talk and build our community here, because there is healing in community. There's healing in connecting with other people that is going through what you're going through. It's healing in that. You know, it's healing in people seeing you. Like, I see you. I see you. You know what I mean? It's healing in just being seen and having your feelings validated. So that's all I got. I hope y'all beautiful people have a wonderful day, and, you know, I'll check back in later. All right, y'all. Peace.